So, dear collective, this is a channeled message through Apocalypta, Master Kelsey, Keeper of Sacred Channel, Obliterator of obstacles in the pathways, allowing perfect flow, accepting imperfections with unconditionally loving acceptance, full spectrum approval of herself, of you, of all the parts. The intention is that we sit this way every day to listen, to stroke the ego into surrender to soul, alongside the ASMR, Reiki, channelings, this will be soft core energy movement. The words still and energetic Reiki flow, channeled to support transmutation of density, because you have always been at the leading edge, beloved, and now it's time to show it, to be seen, to be felt that way. It is time for this recognition. No longer outsourcing authority. It is time to open our vessels as humans. Source says we are safe. Contrary to conditioning. Source says we are safe. And there has always been a seed in you that knows. That desires room, permission, nourishment to grow, to encompass your whole field in that knowing of safety. The human hunger has been distracting. And external authorities have been extracting the energy required to focus on yourself and your channel, to allow the ease and grace of your knowing of safety. May this voice be so soothing for all of the parts. None of the protection mechanisms, bad or wrong, all of them beautifully designed to support you through this lifetime, to be exactly here and now. It is time. What does it mean to have been at the leading edge all along, and that now it is time to allow that to be seen and felt more ardently externally? It is both a repulsion and a attraction factor, magnetism, full spectrum, polarizing, in that it will, as it is allowed forwards more and more, it will distinguish those who are ready to move with you and those who are not. And it is important we feel safe and supported to allow the process, because we did not all come here with the same soul missions, and we are not all hearing the same permissions. And we are all in it together. It was not designed for us all to have matching paths this lifetime. The contradiction is an essential element of the alchemy. And our task is to feel the confusion in its immensity and be presenced by it, to soften the grooming we've received to understand everything with our logical minds, to process it, to make practical sense, is not the suggestion coming through from Source. Source is asking us to surrender all the way into the mystery, something we have been told is too scary to touch. And in that, we became scared of ourselves, because we are of the mystery. We are of the mystery. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Source can hear so many of our parts asking, maybe even screaming, this question, still begging for meaning the way we've been taught. By teachers on earth to prioritize logic-based understanding. We are shifting inside ourselves. We are shifting the field. Remembering the priority of feeling and sensing. This is what it is to be of the mystery. You are already it. An effortless channel of ease. The effort we must apply is to the allowing of the transmutation of density that's been clogging the pathways of our ease. Let the system open. Feeling anchored. That is our instruction now. And it's okay, no matter how many times we need to hear it. It's okay. The loving kindness coming through these words from Source, reflected through every fiber of the earth. We are held, approved, accepted exactly where we are. And where we are is where we always have been, at the leading edge of this surrender. It may have felt suppressed, off in the distance, distorted, dismembered even. This spark of divine knowing that this time would come and that everything has meaning and purpose. And the churning and yearning to organize it all logically can fry our capacities. We do not want to incinerate our faculties any longer through accommodating the illusions of separation. That are majorly running the visible show here on earth still at this time. It is shifting. And those that this message, this video will find, feel the shift, know the shift, and in many ways have always been anchored in a place of knowing beyond practical logic, beyond the story that the scenes on earth are telling, beyond evidence, a place of pure faith has always existed within you. That is what Source is pointing to as the leading edge. That you have always been connected to that place, anchored in that place, even if it felt like the anchor at times has only been this brittle thread that threatened to become totally untethered. It has never. You have always maintained connection to this leading edge. Of the evolution of collective consciousness in embodied form. It is okay wherever you have been, any ways that you have let yourself play with life, even if it didn't feel like play. Your soul has been illuminated all along, tethered to this leading edge, preparing itself for this time. The soul functions in the realm of feeling and sensing, which has been aptly distorted by logic. The center of logic is illogical, in that logic does not come first. Logic is a byproduct of flow. Flow is enabled by feeling and sensing, simply allowing the movement of energy. There is no thought occurring for these words to flow, only openness and listening. And as they pass through this body, there is a sense of yes, yes, yes. An indicator that logical connections are occurring. There's no need for the mind to stress, to organize the information. There is no need for the mind to stress, to organize the information. Let us always end these sessions with 3 deep breaths together to remember more and more fully that we are in it together and that we are safe. I love you, and it is my honor to show up this way. To ask of myself, to ask of us, to remember.